Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, Yahweh is who you call God, Jehovah. Yahweh means he exists, and Yahweh Shai is who you call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai means he says he's the delivers. And double honor to the apostles and elder great millstone. And salutation to all argument and expression of the truth. Uncle the raw. When you can elect him, I'm not sure. This is your brother Not from GMS Mom Camp with one lesson. Going into Trump kicking out all, northern tribes, the Latinos out of this country, or to say illegal immigrants, not understanding that was going to take a toll upon the economy. That was going to help also destroy the economy because, remember, all right, the Latinos they're the ones who take the jobs that average Americans do not want to do, as in farming, or construction, or plumbing. All right, certain things, Southern tribe look down upon. All right, Northern tribe do it, and he's gonna hear farmers, all right, complain about them shutting down their facilities because they have no workers. All right, and I remember it was a couple of months ago, dealing when Donald Trump came back in office. He came in office less than 6 months ago, and you had a farmer say, and I think it was 15 plus years, he have not had an average American apply or work for his farm. All right, because Americans, they think they're better for certain jobs, and hey, all this was aid to bring the decline or the destruction of this place. So let's listen to this video.
Of Texas, but folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States, and our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple
Trump is not for America, man. He's for the 1948ers, and he proved that dealing them striking Iran. All right, Trump interest is for 1948ers, those JJs, those smart hot people, okay? Those that say they are Jews and they're not. All right.
Farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement. But the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America.
Yeah, it's going to be all across America, all right? The Lord is going to cause a famine upon the earth, man. All right, and a famine also here in Babylon the Great. There's going to be a famine in all the world. And then, in history, I don't believe you always had, that you ever had a famine, a global famine, a global of lack of bread. There'd be a certain region, all right, and there's a famine. Or, in the time of, ancient Egypt, in the time of Joseph, all right, there was in that area of that world in that time, there was a famine, and he had the 12 brothers, or the Israelites, the forefathers go to Egypt to get food,
Especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons.
And the Lord been fucking America with different type of catastrophic weathers affecting the farming, or affecting produce, or even animals, all right?
Of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculous.
We always been speaking, starting with our apostles and their apostles, of hyperinflation, inflation on the goods. All right.
High, or you just won't have any food to buy.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce. An exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement. The ripple effects of these raids are the gift that keeps on giving and will be felt nationwide. Unpicked crops are now left unharvested. Livestock were left untended, and rural economies are on edge. The story isn't just a tale of woe for Texas farms, it's a warning for American agribusiness, food prices, and communities that keep food on our plates. I need you to share this with every Republican you know. And you don't even need to wait for their response. They just need to know what's happening. And this is part of my line of work. I deal with commercial farmers, including these small farmers, as clients. And I cannot tell you how this is the beginning of the complete collapse of our economy under this Project 2025 administration that doesn't know what they're doing. You talk about the immediate shuttering of farms, because this is actually what's happening. With the food, with the harvest that are lying there, completely rotting. That is a loss of food to local food distributors, local grocery stores, local restaurants, hospitals. They sell their harvest, all sorts of vegetables, to businesses within the state of Texas. This is where you can go into your local grocery store and now you're going to see hardly any vegetables or fruit, depending on what they're growing, or a shortage of meat. This is what's going to happen.
See? So we're approaching a famine. All right, famine upon the land. All right, so let's put famine. I really want to start in what's that in second Esdras? I think it's 15 dealing with second Esdras 15, and I started 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. And you got to understand the plagues that Yahweh Shah brought upon ancient Egypt was strategically to destroy Egypt power structure. All right, Egypt power structure and Egypt gods to show you. Also, the Lord to show that their gods are nothing. All right, that their gods are idols. All right, but also fucking with their their water, their wheats, their grains. All right, the animals. It was strategic strike. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn. And I remember a couple of years ago, Brother Samak used to always bring it out, or Elder Samak used to bring it out. They had a farmer's hotline because they was on suicide watch, all right? Because that's their livelihood, and their livelihood is being affected. They that till the ground shall They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hell and fearful constellation. The Lord's been fucking up Babylon with heat, cold, rain, over water. All right, they that go into the world and them that dwell therein, so will mean death and destruction. All right, so the Lord is going to bring a famine upon the land, man. All right, but these people think it's a game. All right, but the Lord is the Lord that's doing this thing, is bringing famine. All right, and that's how you get to you niggas, man. You niggas is by your belly being empty. You see, I want to get Psalm 105:16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He break the whole staff of the bread, and that's what's happening. That's why they had these different food processors or food process plant catching on fire and cattle just dying. All right, so let's go in Jeremiah and 15. And I'm going to go to 16 as well. Jeremiah 15 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, this said the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So one of the judgment here is famine. All right, the Lord is going to bring famine upon the land. All right. Jeremiah 16:4. They shall die grievous death, and one of the grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. Their carcasses shall meet for the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the field. So famine is coming. All right, famine in the land. I was thinking of a priest and I just lost it. Slakia, He's in the Apocrypha. I think it's Ecclesiasticus 39. 39 and 29. Fire, hell, famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance. See? So all these are created for vengeance, man. All right, the Lord is going to bring famine. All right? Where because of no food, cannibalism is going to come back. All right, because you niggas don't want to serve the Lord. The Lord's going to give you until you're going to mock when your fear cometh, until your demise, your destruction. You know? Because you niggas want to continue to be degenerates and be like Sexy Red or Kodak. All right, these are you niggas' idols and, aspiration, aspire, what you want to be as people. When niggas been rapping and cooning and tiptoeing for Esau and they're still in the same predicament. So they don't get us nowhere as a people. But the Lord's going to bring famine, man. All right. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra. And 19 is a point here in 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his houses with a sword and spoil the goods because of lack of bread. It's famine and a great tribulation. So niggas going to be killing the neighbors, running into the neighbor's house for food because the Lord is going to bring famine upon the earth. All right, so 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. For the beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. All right, so this is the beginning of famine, the beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for a minute. So these are judgment for the wicked. That's famine, and that's what's coming upon the land. The Lord is bringing famine of bread, food. That's how you get niggas, man. When their belly is empty. Now your belly empty, you have time to sit. You have time to bask in your wickedness, bask in your mind.